talk a little bit about this Hall of Fame golf tournament. It gets bigger in scale every year. And every year, everybody's talking about the who's who that participated. You always see stuff on social media, people doing a foursome with this guy. And is Coach Hayes going to be participating again this year? Is he still in?
Coach Hayes will be there.
Okay.
I spoke with Coach Hayes today, and he's still Bill Hayes, but he will absolutely be there. And before I say anything about that, Samaj, I just got to take a minute to say to you and to Craig and to Doug, man, I can't thank you guys enough because we did have a successful tournament last year, but there were specific areas where we were a little bit slow, and it picked up after I came on your show. And it would not have been a success for us had I not come on this show and talked to you guys, and you all supported us right there on the show. And before I talk about anything with the golf tournament, I just got to say thank you to you, and you know how I feel about you, and I'm so grateful. We would not have had the success that we had last year without coming on this show. And your supporters, your listeners, we started to see the impact that night and over the next couple of weeks. And they helped us to reach some of the goals that we had. So, man, I'm grateful. And I just want to say that before I say anything else about the tournament.
Now, thank you for allowing us to even participate and be a part of it, because this is really the premier kind of kickoff event of the fall. You know, this is it's kind of like one of the things, football season, when that golf tournament comes around, and then, like you say, yourself and other Hall of Famers and all these former coaches and administrators are all around in one room, and then a regular person, a lay person, can just come in there, get become a donate to the thing, and maybe even get your business sponsored and have your little sign on the holes. So it's such a great opportunity for the community to kind of interact with these great Hall of Famers. I gotta still figure out the logistics with Craig and Doug, but we're gonna try to even maybe participate at that event in some capacity. We'll kind of tease that for right now.
Hey man, I'm gonna be hitting them.
I've been begging y'all to do that. I've been begging.
I'm gonna be playing, man.
Wait, Doug, you can be mic'd
catch
up.
me at the turn, man.
Listen, we can go live, and you can be mic'd up on each hole. You could be like a correspondent.
I'll already be there. Let's do it, man. Let's do it. It's a great year for it.
So look, man. So paint the picture, man. Because right now, we haven't really opened the floodgates and told everybody in Blue Death Nation to where to go to be a part of it. But first of all, let's paint the picture of what this tournament is going to be about. Just give us a synopsis.
So I think the first thing people need to understand is that this is a revenue stream for the Hall of Fame. So we have $1 million endowment. That $1 million endowment is used to fund scholarships for student athletes, primarily in the supplementary space, right? And we do a lot to help out those student athletes in non-revenue generating sports. With all of the changes that are going on with college athletics, the NIL changes, there's an Austin fund that's created at A&T that's being used to help from a recruiting perspective. Our athletic director, we've been in a number of talks. And so now our Hall of Fame is not only, we're still responsible for managing our endowment, but we're also looking for additional ways to create revenue where that money goes directly to the athletic department to help them with recruiting athletes so that A&T can be competitive. So this golf tournament and our banquet is like a really, really big deal for us because these are the two revenue streams that we have right now. We're working on creating some other avenues, but basically what we voted on as a body, and we met multiple times and we talked about it, we want to leave our endowment where it is because that's what it was intended for, the Graber Endowment. But what we will do now is the money that we make from our other entities, that money will be held in our account and then moved over to the athletic department to help support them in the areas that they see the greatest need. So as I said last year when we came on here, if you're registering to play in the tournament, if you're doing a whole sponsorship, we have corporate sponsorships that we are taking. And so any of those monies that we collect, that 100% of that money is going back into A&T athletics. We don't do any funky stuff with the money, and I can assure you of that. And so what we have and what it will look like that day, and I think it's important for people to know, we're trying to get to the point where eventually this becomes an event and not a golf tournament. That's the big picture kind of vision of it. But so we've got the golf, we've got the great meal afterwards when we finish playing. But the other thing that we're growing is our what we call vendor village. So we have a number of businesses that come out and set up shop, and they're selling and marketing their products to 130 golfers, 50 Hall of Famers walking around, some other fans and people that come out. So they're marketing their products directly to folks, and we charge them a small fee that goes in the same pot with everything else. And those people do really well coming out there. And we've had cigar vendors, we've had winemakers, we've had the embroidery guys, we've had caterers. So we've had a number of different businesses, insurance and financial folks, to come out and set up because they've got direct access to our golfers, and our golfers appreciate that. So we've been begging people, to come out and hang out with us that day. We're gonna have a comedian walking around telling jokes once we finish playing. So we're gonna have a good time out there.
Let me guess. It's gonna be probably somebody from the A&T fan forum. One of the clowns on my site is gonna be the comedian.
I can't give his name out yet. We'll give it out pretty soon.
That's a whole cast of characters. There's about 4 or 5 guys who can fit that bill. But you go ahead, man. Go ahead. I digress.
So we're just looking to have a great time, and our slots are still open, but they're filling up fast. And we actually have an early bird deadline that ends on Friday. So if people are interested in playing, I'll give you all the information, Samaj, and they can go on and register. And there's an increase to the price after Friday, but our goal is to fill it up with 30 teams. We had 30 teams last year. That's 120 golfers. So that's our goal, to make sure we hit that number, and we're getting close. What I need from you, and where you all helped me tremendously last year, is I set an aggressive goal in my first year to get 50 hole sponsors. So whole sponsorships are basically profit for us with the golf tournament. It doesn't really go to pay any of our expenses. So it's important that we capture and hit that number. So when I came on your show, Samaj, I went back and looked. I think we were at 9 whole sponsors. And I was ticked off. I'm not gonna say what I was going to say. I was ticked off, right? And after we were on your show, we had some people support us that night while we were on the show. And then about a week and a half later, we were up to 28 whole sponsors. Wow. My goal was to hit 50, and we ended up with 77 whole sponsors.
Oh, my man. So listen, that's awesome. I'm excited. So listen, that's what Blue Death Valley is all about, man. We are here to propel things forward, and we got a weird way of doing it. Sometimes we kind of chastise and we point out things that got to get fixed, quick, fast, in a hurry, but we also want to celebrate and we want to promote things that the people need to know about. This is one thing that people need to know about. This is going to be the big event of the year. Every year moving forward, it's going to be a gala, because you guys are not small potatoes, right? You guys know you're rubbing elbows with the elite, and you are the elite, and you have a great vision. You're kind of like me. I don't want to just have a regular website. I want to have a glorious website. You guys want to have a glorious event. And all it takes is a little bit of support from, the community and the fan base. And so we're going to rally behind you again. I put a link in the chat. Hopefully, if you guys in the chat can read that, click on that link and see if that's the right one. Because I didn't get a chance to do it right now, but I'm going to put all the information in the description of this video once we get off air. Of course, I'm going to have a link on the front page of BlueDeathValley.com where you click on it, go straight to the donation button, the sign up button, and we're having the fan forum. So we're gonna whatever numbers that we reached last year that you think came from our site, I want to double that. So that's the challenge. And so real quick, so I got you here, and I got to get my whole sponsorship. Last year we did a challenge. Me and you, we were on the phone. We were kind of preparing for this show. I took out my credit card and I said, let me see how fast I can sign up, right? I think, I don't know what it was. It was probably like a minute, 2 minutes. But
right at 2 minutes.
It was right at 2 minutes. But I don't want to beat my own record, okay? So Doug, Craig, y'all throw some questions at him. I'm going to go right now. Now, do you have Mace, do you have the means to see if a donation comes through? Can you check it in real time?
I don't know if I can see it in real time, but what we can do is once you finish, let me know. And if something's not right, I'll make sure I come back before you guys end the show.
Okay, okay, all right. So I'm out. So right now, Craig, Mason, synchronize your watch. I want you to see what time it is because I'm about to do. Okay. I'm about to do the Hall of Fame tournaments sponsorship challenge, and I got bad eyesight, so it's gonna take me around.
T-minus.
All right, so I'm about to go 5, 4, and when I do this, so they go dead air. Y'all ask some questions. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. All right, go ahead.
Well, listen, I'm not gonna ask Maseo any questions. I'm just gonna do my promo for the golf tournament. Everybody knows a good golf tournament is one that you show up to and leave with more stuff than you came with. And one thing about that tournament, aside from seeing all the A greats and rubbing elbows and having those conversations, is the gift bag from that tournament. You got to go put your gift bag up in the car before the tournament starts because there's not room for 2 gift bags on the back of the car. I mean, you guys loaded up all the food you can eat. Maseo spoke about the wonderful vendors that were out there. I mean, I think I walked away with the cigars, the alcoholic-free beverage, everything you can name or want was there. And then the raffles and the giveaways that took place at the end, man. If you didn't stay to the end of that tournament to receive your gift or your door prize, I mean, that took almost as long as the golf tournament. And so, I mean, guys walked away with golf clubs, golf bags, shoes, you name it. So I don't know what you guys do to raise all that money or to raise all those gifts for donations, man. But obviously, you got a good thing going, man, and it's going to continue to grow year to year. And I'm excited to see the growth it's going to make this year. We should be one up because I know I at least sponsored one hole for my 2003 team, Samaj. So that's not going to show up on this end of the bargain, but I'm excited to see what Blue Def Nation is going to do here in the next couple minutes. Keep up the good work, man.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Doug. Appreciate it. Look forward to having you back out there.
I'm going to try to keep it in the short stuff.
Maseo, Maseo, I want to ask you about the banquet coming up on that Thursday night, and that's going to be held out at Grandover?
Yes, sir. We'll be at the Grandover. I don't know the name of the ballroom, but I think we're actually taking up 2 ballrooms to get the 600 people in there. We've been having it on campus, and the space was a little limited. So this is really good that we were able to negotiate with those folks and get it over there at the Grandover. We're going to have a program that we do. We'll have some speakers. The AAF will be there to represent and share with us that evening. We're going to have a live band that will be there playing. And then, I mean, it's really about those inductees, right? And as president, I have to kind of get my thoughts together on, my comments and things. And it's always so emotional because it's a big, big deal for those folks when they come through. And it's about them that night. So I'm looking forward to it, man. It's going to be good. I think we're going to have a really strong turnout. And I'm excited that we're able to do that at the Grandover. We're going to have a press conference at the Grandover at 12 noon. And then we'll have the banquet that night. And then the golf tournament will be on Saturday.
Hey, I'm done.
So it took you 2.5 minutes, Samaj. You
man,
you were a little slower this year.
No, I wasn't. I was screaming. Somehow I got kicked out, and I was trying to get back in. So give me a 10 seconds. I want a 10-second deduction off that.
We give 15 seconds.
Oh man, so I'm in, and I got $100 whole sponsorship, and I'm already signed up for to help out this tournament. It was that easy, and I'm old. My eyesight's messed. I had to read the zip code on my credit card about 15 times. But listen. It's super easy. It is for a good cause, and I want to have the link everywhere. Everybody can take the challenge. I did 2.5 minutes. I think y'all can beat me. And like I say, man, this is gonna get so much. This is one of them deals where you're gonna look back and you're gonna say, man, in 2024 was awesome, but 2026, 27, look at it now. It's only gonna get bigger and better.
Yeah. Hey, Samaj. So this is important that I plug this. So when you need to do this, and anyone else that purchases a whole sponsorship. So essentially, you purchase a whole sponsorship. We get a sign, and we put your information on it. So if you want to do it, if I want to do the Bolin family, if you want to do it in honor of a fallen teammate or a fallen comrade, if you want to put your business name on there or your kids' names, you send us an email at ncatsu.halloffame@gmail.com. ncatsu.halloffame@gmail.com. And you email us what you want on the sign. And if you have a specific hole that you want your sign placed on, so me, I'm quarterback number 9. If I want my hole on my sign on the 9th hole, I can put that in the email and we'll honor that request for you. So when you pay for it you pay for the whole sponsorship on Eventbrite, and he'll post the link. But if you go to the Eventbrite site, make sure you put Greensboro for the location, and then put North Carolina A&T Hall of Fame Golf Tournament. It'll come up, and once you pay for your whole sponsorship, then make sure you email us what you want on your sign. And there's also different levels of sponsorship that you'll see on the website if there's anyone that wants to do any, give us any additional support. But yeah, Samaj, it's that quick and easy, man. And I'm grateful for you. And you text or email us what you want, and we'll make sure that we get that on the sign and taken care of for you.